Election Commission hides crucial information under RTI on Prime Minister Modi's Model Code of Conduct violation probe. The Right to Information Act 2005 says, the basic object of the Right to Information Act is to empower the citizens, promote transparency and accountability in the working of the government, contain corruption, and make our democracy work for the people in real sense. The RTI Act designated a public information officer for citizens to get access to the required information in accordance with the provisions of the Act in October 2005. But contradicting the terms of the Act and lacking transparency, the Election Commission of India divulged selective information to people. The Quint filed an RTI with the Election Commission of India seeking information on Election Commissioner Ashok Lavasa's note of dissent on the Model Code of Conduct violation complaint against Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speeches in Latur, Barmer, Patan and Varanasi during the recently concluded Lok Sabha elections. In response to my RTI, the PIO shared documents on the file noting of the MCC violation probe conducted in connection with Prime Minister's speech in Varanasi, but he refused to share the file noting in connection with PM Modi's speeches in Latur, Barmer and Patan, citing Section 81G of RTI Act 2005, that is, information the disclosure of which would endanger the life or physical safety of any person. But the question is, whose life will be in danger if the file noting is made public? Secondly, why is the Election Commission's PIO comfortable in sharing information in connection with PM Modi's MCC violation during his Varanasi speech, but not the other three? According to Jagdeep Chokar, a member of Association for Democratic Reforms, he says, it seems very mysterious and hard to believe that a dissent note of an election commissioner can put somebody's life in danger. Did the Election Commission share information regarding the Varanasi's MCC violation probe because Lavasa did not make any dissenting remark in this particular case? Chokar says, sharing file noting of one case out of 4 obviously raises doubts about what has been prevented from coming to the public domain. These proceedings of the constitutional body needs to be available for the people to see. Why Lavasa's dissent note is so crucial. In the first week of May, it was reported that Lavasa had dissented in 3 MCC complaints against PM Modi. He later wrote a letter to the Election Commissioner Chief Sunil Arora saying he would like to recuse himself from all MCC meetings until his demand for inclusion of minority decisions in the final orders of the Commission is met. But EC issued a statement saying that the dissenting opinions will not be made part of its order, though it will remain part of official records and file noting. On this matter, the former Chief Election Commissioner S.Y. Qureshi said to the media, it is painful to see that the political parties and its leaders are violating the MCC. And instead of they being in the dock, it is the EC which is at the receiving end. PM Modi mentions Balakot airstrike in Latur. PM Modi urged first-time voters in Latur on 9th April to dedicate their votes to soldiers who conducted the Balakot airstrike, which resulted in the MCC violation complaint against him. In this speech, PM Modi said, I want to ask my first-time voters, can your first vote be dedicated to the soldiers who conducted the Balakot airstrikes? Can your first vote be in the name of the martyrs who lost their lives in Pulwama? Pakistan forced to release Wing Commander Abhinandan, PM Modi in Patan. PM Modi spoke about Wing Commander Abhinandan on 21st April, on the basis of which MCC violation complaint was filed in Election Commission. He said, A senior American officer said on the second day that Modi has kept 12 missiles ready for an attack and the situation will deteriorate if Pakistan does not return Wing Commander Abhinandan to India post the Balakot confrontation. Pakistan announced the return of the pilot, else it would have resulted in carnage. We held a press conference and warned Pakistan that if anything happened to our pilot, you will keep telling the world what Modi did to you. Congress has no faith in the Indian Army. The central government gave free hand to the armed forces after Uri and Pulwama attack. We carried out surgical strike against terrorists and destroyed their hideouts. Congress leaders demanded evidence from armed forces for the same. PM Modi's speech in Barmer. Here is the excerpt of PM Modi's speech delivered in Rajasthan's Barmer on 21st April, on which EC conducted MCC violation probe. Modi said, "Every other day Pakistan used to say, we have nuclear button, we have nuclear button. What do we have then? Have we kept it for Diwali?" On 26th April, Congress spokesperson Randeep Singh Surjewala filed a complaint with EC against Prime Minister Modi's speech in Varanasi, citing brazen violation of the electoral laws governing and prohibiting the use of personnel for malicious propaganda campaign purposes. While addressing a public gathering in Varanasi on 25th April, Modi said, "They martyred 40 of our brave soldiers in Pulwama. Following this, we have killed 42 terrorists in that region. This is the way we work." Surjewala also complained against PM Modi's interview to Aaj Tak news channel, which was aired on 26th April. In the interview, Modi said, "When I went there and killed the terrorists, then they could neither confirm or deny the same." This statement has to be viewed in the context of his incessant earlier statements. In fact, the entire 2019 campaign of the BJP has been built on the twin pillars of religious invective and co-opting the achievements of the armed forces, said Surjewala in the complaint. The RTI reply reveals that PM Modi's Varanasi speech was given a clean chit as he did not seek votes in the name of Pulwama or terrorist attack. The EC's internal file noting, which was signed by Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora, Ashok Lavasa and others, say, "It may be submitted that Shri Narendra Modi's speech and interview have some mention of terrorist attacks, including the one in Pulwama and a reference to Pakistan, but he has not sought votes through it. Therefore, it cannot be held as a political propaganda in context of the advisory dated 19th March 2019. On 19 March 2019, the EC issued a general advisory to all political parties saying that they are advised that their campaigners, candidates should desist as part of their election campaigning from indulging in any political propaganda involving activities of the defense forces." Choker said, "Every speech should be seen in totality and not sentence by sentence." We approached former Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat and S.Y. Qureshi for their comments. Both of them refused to give a comment. The Quint has filed an appeal on this RTI and this copy will be updated with the response.